is going to be for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for the month of March. Yeah, we got a lot of energy going on this month. How will Gemini manage the coming energy with the lunar eclipses and the Mercury retrogrades, all the planetary energy that's coming in? Let's see. We got this energy coming up for Gemini. This is the Hierophant. This is the Hierophant. This says that if there are any licenses, or let's say you really want to nail down something, and it's going to be an opportunity of a lifetime. You're going to marry someone. You're going to get a long-term contract. You're going to get a license to become an ordained minister. You get a license to become a lawyer, whatever. Okay, whatever, all kinds of things that, where you need to meet a certain standard and you become an expert in, or you become acknowledged in certain thing like that. Yeah, this is that kind of energy. It could even represent maybe some religious energy, or some, I don't want to say spiritual, but I will say religious energy. And in understanding the cultural vibration of a certain area, and what religion interweaves inside the culture. And so this card always speaks of an orthodox connection, orthodox thinking, traditional kind of thinking, and it's usually around state and religion all in the same breath. Okay, I think the bottom line is the energy that's coming at you right now, you're going to require proof. You're going to want proof. The state and the religion has a lot of power, and you're going to be really mindful this month and just sort of walk in the areas that seem liminal, in between spaces, so that you don't get caught into too many webs. So I think that's going to happen, except if you want something to happen, you'll consciously step into a place knowingly, if you're given a certain amount of, let's say, description of what is expected of you. So if you have like if you're an ordained minister, you have to do this, this, and this to make sure it's a legal marriage. So using whatever it is that you've learned and applying it into legal situations, you'll step into those kinds of places at this time, or you'll sit in the middle waiting for the right time to get into them. So that's what I got to say about the energy and how you're going to be dealing with the energy, Gemini. And so now we're going to look at the theme of the month, just so to clear that up. So the theme of the month really includes that, how you're going to deal with the present energy that's coming for you. And if you want to know the kind of energy that's coming for you, Gemini, go back to my page, and you'll see the collective readings. There's 3 parts that you'll have to listen to so you can understand what's happening. This is going to be for love for Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for the month of March. This is for you. Glad to be out of the winter energy, because maybe there was some, feeling cabin fever, and a little bit irritated, a little bit aggravated. Maybe you're questioning if you're with someone, am I with the right someone? Do I need to make some tweaks to that? Is it worth it? Or do I just move on? I think the moment March is, if you're in a relationship that's irritating you a bit, you're going to hold out a little bit. It might overwhelm you, but you'll hold out for a little bit anyways, for the month of March. Anyway, for those of you that are single, who are interested in coupling up, I don't see any commitment vibe, but I do see, kind of, I'm not going to say really passionate, but, maybe just engaging in more communication with people that you don't know. So that might be fun, and maybe you'll just, I don't see the energy flowing, though, for March for you. I think that you're going to wait a little bit for love if you're single, to be honest with you. So that's what I got for you. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't, because there's plenty of you here that I see out and about, enjoying yourself, talking to other people, communicating, and sort of, playing the scene. That's what I see there. I don't see commitment, though. Okay? But some of you Geminis are going to be, I don't know, I gotta say that this season is probably a little hard on the energy of the Gemini. And Mercury's going retrograde, let's not forget that. And that will certainly stir up shit. So if there's anyone in the background that you haven't completely shut doors on or with, that may resurface on some level, and you may have to revisit some things and sort it out. What we got to say for health for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for the month of March. Let's see how the Gemini will manage March. Gemini, I really don't think you spend a lot of time focusing on your health and what you need. I don't see that. Okay? I think generally speaking, you're pretty healthy. If I had to say what is Gemini's problem, is mood. More mood related. And we know that if you're moody too long, other things happen, right? Other things break down. Some emotional issues that need to be dealt with have to do with father issues or male issues. I do see that being a very interestingly big theme for many of you Gemini people. Concerns of money and investments. I think that that may, you've got some stresses around that type of a thing. But overall, Gemini, I'm going to say your physical body's pretty strong, pretty together. You are a Gemini, a young Gemini, sun, moon, or ascendant. And this is going to sound weird, but let's just say you're not able to eliminate properly. That is actually an issue that's caused by the stresses you're holding on to, emotional stresses. And I would like you to deal with that because it looks like it could cause some other problems that are more serious. And I don't like what I see there. So please take a moment and go look after yourself. This is for money, Gemini. Money for Gemini, sun, moon, and ascendant for the month of March. Well, Gemini, I tell you one thing. Your concerns about money have only put you in a position of making sure the money's coming in, okay? I like what I see. For those of you that do not have the kind of money that you want, I do see a female motherly figure coming in to save the day, although she comes along with a whole bunch of rules with that, but hey, do it anyway. Yeah, you may have to really restrict yourself in certain areas around expenses for sure. Yeah, you might, whoever that female energy is, she could be a handful, but she means well. That's all I can say on that one. She means well. Most of you Geminis are going to manage your financial requirements pretty solid. It's pretty good. And for those of you that do have some financial problems, you guys got a way. Even if you owe money, you got a way of making people wait. Okay, and they trust that you could. And you know what? For the most part, I think you're pretty honest. So yeah, I'm gonna be okay with that too. When I repost it, I will also repost these beautiful recipes. And these recipes represent an opportunity for you to basically eat your medicine. And by eating it and thinking about all the positive energies that are being offered in the reading, you may very well make your magic happen just by the way you think and eat. And this one is about chocolate dipped strawberries. Who wouldn't want to eat that? I mean, if that's your medicine, that's pretty awesome, right?